5X is a novel path-to-market discipline that pushes teams to innovate. 5X was built from the longest study of pharmaceutical innovation ever run. The main lesson of that study is that molecules do not self-determine their opportunity. The people who work with those molecules do. Now this principle defines innovation, how companies add value to their inventions. We often use the phrase return on invention to distinguish invention from innovation. Now, the goal of path-to-market strategy is to evaluate where an asset can work best and what the market might want from that product. Now, these two goals are clearly interdependent. So competitive advantage will come from a team that gains these two key insights before others with similar assets. Now, the opportunity comes from seeing that the difference between molecules is often about the people and the decisions they make, something we see in the live case studies of the immuno-oncology market and the PCSK9s. Now, Opdivo, despite being essentially the same as its closest rival Keytruda, gained an early advantage. $6 billion difference in the first 3 years, and even to the end of 2019, the two products had the same cumulative revenues. So, with that focus on innovation, the key learning is that path-to-market strategy needs the highest levels of knowledge and creativity, and an approach to gaining insight that keeps ideas alive and growing for as long as possible before we make a better decision. 5X provides optionality and diversity to decision makers in early phase to show an exhaustive range of opportunity with multiple options on the table that are all feasible. Opportunity for an asset in early phases is never obvious. What's approvable is interdependent with what the market wants and what the product could be, especially when we start to think about the device, the diagnostic, formulation and more, and how these interact. 5X is built on the principles of collaboration within teams, which are divergent thinking early, good answers to what-ifs quickly instead of more detailed answers slowly, prototypes that allow individuals to bring their own perspectives to improving ideas, so we have a diversity of opinions. We need a growth mindset that the team can invest energy and creativity to constantly look to challenge their own assumptions. We need to learn by doing. The exploration of unexpected areas may lead to insights that would be missed from a more traditional approach, and we need true multidisciplinarity. 5X provides a portfolio of options which cover where an asset could go. So we have a range of market positions, understanding what a market might want, what might be approvable, what the product could be, how it could get to those destinations to connect A and B, and a transparent view of the risks on those journeys and the opportunities if successful, so we're all telling each other the truth. Now, this optionality allows decision makers to blend different kinds of risk and opportunity into a portfolio. When teams present choices to leadership, the portfolio itself can develop competitive advantage through diversity of risk and opportunity. So 5X empowers teams to develop 5 standard paths to market. These are fixed to allow contrast between the paths and to allow fair comparison between the assets. So we'll work on the fastest path to market, the index patient or precision medicine path, the value path, which is the lowest cost approach, an expected path, the default for an asset that looks like this, and an unexpected or out-of-the-box approach, the X option. In exploring these paths, the team will establish pros and cons that will be critical for a final decision. The final path, of course, may be a hybrid of these paths or a different path entirely. The thinking that we'll have done will be remarkably useful to the decision that we eventually make. And the goal of 5X is not to make a quick decision, it's to establish a plan to learn. More directed research, clinical, market, regulatory, IP, technology and more, looking for opportunity by challenging the obvious assumptions. 5X is built to harness all of the learnings on pharmaceutical innovation, moving pharma well beyond the constraints of the TPP and to allow genuine return on invention.